Gary Gensler has said that the SEC will regulate cryptocurrencies. In fact, he was critical of some cryptocurrencies, but complimentary of others. Let me explain. He said that I'm a fan of tech. I studied it, particularly fintech. In fact, I taught fintech, so I understand it. And of course, I want it to be successful, but it can't be successful unless it has policy and regulations. He was particularly critical of stable coins. He likened them to poker chips, and he said that private money has never been successful in history, and it won't be now. Made it clear that he's going to regulate stable coins. That means that that particular marketplace will get scrutiny. Will it successfully come through? That scrutiny, of course, remains to be seen. But he was complimentary to some extent. And I think, actually, for a guy that is the chairman of the SEC, it's a big compliment. He said that Bitcoin is a speculative store of value. In other words, he can't say it's a store of value. He said it's a speculative store of value. In my words, I would say it's probably a store of value. What do we mean? Well, gold's a store of value, limited amount. Bitcoin is exactly the same, limited amount. As we're in a digital world, then it seems logical that we will have digital assets. And he likened Bitcoin to speculative store of value like gold, in effect. Okay, I think it's good news for Bitcoin, and I suspect that Bitcoin will have less regulation as gold does. In other words, if something is given a yield, it's going to get regulated. If it's called lending, it's going to get regulated. If it is a stable coin which reflects a dollar, then it's going to get regulated. If it's Bitcoin, I actually think that there will be less regulation for it. Does that improve the industry? Does it make it more robust? It certainly takes an element out of the industry, which is extremely speculative. So unfortunately, you lose some innovations. Why? Well, if you take the broad market, there's some on one particular side, regulation, it's an added layer, just does good for it because it adds credibility. Right at this end, the opposite end, you've got some that are extremely speculative, run by people that perhaps are only looking after themselves. It takes that out. It just makes it a bit more difficult for the middle section to succeed. But overall, it adds credibility to the cryptocurrency industry, makes it more robust, and in my opinion, more likely to be successful. From a Bitcoin point of view, I actually think it was very good news. What's your opinion? Leave it below. On a regular basis, I'll post my thoughts on the financial market, what it takes to be successful in life, and my thoughts on winning.